what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order! Out! Out uniform personnel. Hey!
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Assistant Chief Patrol Agent Paul Farmer. I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today's historic graduation. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of Border Patrol Processing Coordinator Class 04. At this time, I would like to introduce the onstage ceremony party. Starting on my right, David Salinas, Assistant Chief, U.S. Border Patrol Academy. Peter Jaquez, Deputy Chief Patrol Agent, U.S. Border Patrol Academy. Please join me in viewing a short video of our graduates and brief description of the BPPC position, our graduates' time at the Academy.
Border Patrol agents deal with detaining and processing several individuals on a daily basis. When the amount of people being detained increases, Border Patrol agents shift from an enforcement role to an administrative role. An idea that was thought of in 2014 was a position that assists Border Patrol agents by doing more of the administrative functions, allowing agents to return to the enforcement aspects of their job. With the help of Congress, the end result is the Border Patrol Processing Coordinator position. The training program is 36 days long, which is equivalent to 288 hours of training. The training consists of law, operations, physical techniques, driving, tactics, Spanish, and firearms. These individuals receive a high level of instruction in community first aid and safety, processing individuals, and giving care to detainees. The position has an initial term of 13 months, with the possibility of extending up to 4 years.
That's bad news, too!
I'd like to recognize a special guest joining us from Border Patrol Headquarters, Associate Chief Ivan Ramirez, Director Anderson from FLETC, and Director Mitchell from Trade and Cargo Academy. We thank all of our distinguished guests who have joined us today for this special occasion. At this time, we would also like to recognize the staff members of the U.S. Border Patrol Academy that were instrumental in the achievements of this class. Would all staff members that assisted Class 4 please stand? Though many are not here as they are busy introducing another class, we thank you for your work. Please be seated. I would like to welcome Assistant Chief Patrol Agent David Salinas to the podium for a few brief remarks. However, before I invite Chief Salinas to the podium, I would like to tell you just a little about him. David Salinas assumed the position of Assistant Chief Patrol Agent at the U.S. Border Patrol Academy May 9th of 2021. Prior to his appointment, he served as the Deputy Chief Patrol Agent in charge of Laredo North Border Patrol Station, Laredo, Texas. Assistant Chief Salinas entered on duty in 1992 with Class 257 at the Laredo North Station, Laredo Sector. He has served throughout 3 sectors in progressively responsible leadership positions during his 29-year career, from Supervisory Border Patrol Agent, Field Operations Supervisor, Special Operations Supervisor, Watch Commander, Deputy Patrol Agent in Charge. Assistant Chief Salinas is married, has a daughter who is an Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agent in Laredo, Texas, a son who is a Border Patrol Agent in Uvalde, Texas. Chief Salinas is a veteran of the United States Air Force and is an inspiring role model for his children. Ladies and gentlemen, Assistant Chief David Salinas.
Thank you, everyone, and congratulations, Class 4. How many of you are going to Laredo Sector? Okay, how many of you are going to RGV Sector? El Paso Sector? Nice. California, anybody? Awesome. Well, let me just start by saying that wherever you're going to be a big part in helping us out there on the line. I want to congratulate you from taking times off from your normal life and to come out here and assume this position. It's a very important position, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. The position that you're doing is very important and very needed out there in the field right now. Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen what's going on out there, but you will be coming in handy, and I guarantee you that agents out on the field are going to appreciate the job that you do. From this day forward, you're going to remember your classmates. You're going to remember that you were part of Class 4, one of the first classes ever of the Border Patrol Processing Coordinator. So I congratulate you for that, and I congratulate you again for this graduation. And again, take care of each other when you're out there. Support the Border Patrol agents, the men and women that are out there fighting the good fight. All right, so you guys play a big role, and I say guys, you ladies and gentlemen, all of you playing a big role. Sorry, the mask. But anyway, so keep that in your minds, okay? And thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you're going to do. I want to thank the cadre that helped you progress to this point and during your graduation, and all the FLETC staff that assisted. I want to thank everybody for that. So very important role, like I said, and again, congratulations. And I hope everybody has a great time with your graduation. God bless everybody out in the field. Thank you.
Thank you, Assistant Chief Salinas. We appreciate you being here with us today. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Deputy Chief of the United States Border Patrol Academy, Peter Jaquez. Before I invite Deputy Chief Jaquez to the podium, I would like to tell you a little bit about him. Peter Jaquez assumed command as Deputy Chief Patrol Agent at the U.S. Border Patrol Academy in April of 2019. Prior to the assignment, Agent Jaquez served as Patrol Agent in Charge El Paso Station from September 2017 to April of 2019. Led Station 1 through one of the largest illegal immigration influxes across the southwest border. Agent Jaquez entered on duty with the U.S. Border Patrol as part of 328th Session here in Charleston, South Carolina, January of 1997. With over 24 years of experience in the U.S. Border Patrol, Agent Jaquez has served in multiple sectors: Marfa, El Paso, Tucson, and Yuma. 2 tours of duty at U.S. Border Patrol headquarters. Throughout his career, Agent Jaquez has promoted to several career progressive positions and has gained valuable experience in each of the positions held. Prior to his Border Patrol career, Agent Jaquez served 4 years in the United States Navy and submarine service. Agent Jaquez is married to Amber, and together they have 4 children. Ladies and gentlemen, Deputy Chief Patrol Agent Peter Jaquez.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
I don't know who's more excited, me or you. I'm jumping through the roof. Not to mention football season's about to begin. And we all know that the Dallas Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
I digress. I had to bring a little bit of life here. A couple things I want to touch on before I get going. First of all, I want to thank FLETC, Site Director Anderson. Thank you so much for coordinating with us to help us out. You know, if it wasn't for your team helping us, we would have a difficult time putting processing coordinators in the field to help manage the crisis that's going along the southwest border. So thank you, sir. Trade and Cargo, thanks for sharing your workspaces with us. And also thanks for welcoming us in, because I know that when we came in, you guys were the welcoming party for us, and we greatly appreciate it. We're comfortable here. We feel just at home. And most importantly, I want to thank our instructor staff. So one of the things that you probably don't know, at the Border Patrol Academy, the instructors are all specialized in one certain field. They either do firearms, Spanish, ops, whatever. They're specialized. But here, because our instructors are so short-handed over on the other campus, our instructors here teach multiple disciplines. You may have had one instructor for PT, had the same instructor for driving, and they've stepped up because they know just how important this job is. And for that, I want to thank you, because it's no short task. It's a full 10-hour day. It's a lot of podium time. It's a lot of time in practicals. And without their help, you wouldn't be sitting here today getting ready to graduate and hit the field. So thank you to the instructors. So throughout your 7 weeks here, we've obviously trained you in everything that we can train you to ready you for your position. How to drive a big, long van, not crash into cones, right? How to make impersonations of your favorite instructor. We didn't teach you that. We taught you how to handle a weapon. Taught you how to shoot at the target. We taught you how to do Spanish our way to prepare you for the field. And I guarantee none of it was easy. I guarantee that some of you struggled with one or several items, but you made it through. You persevered and you didn't give up. And that's exactly what we want to see in the traits of the people going to the field. You don't give up. There is nothing more defining of a person than when you apply pressure. This is it. We applied the pressure, but guess what? This is chapter 1. Chapter 2 is the field. And you will be tested. We've talked a lot about this. We've talked about honor first, what your definition is. And afterwards I will ask for a definition. But a lot of what we've trained you is to help you do your job. And that is very important, right? That is the primary thing that we're supposed to teach you here, how to do your job, how to do it safely. How to make sure that you and the agents that are working with you don't come into harm's way. But one of the things that we don't get to touch on is your personal life. Because really, it truly is your personal life. But at the end of the day, each one of you will face challenges when you get to the field managing this career with your family. And you need to be ready. You need to be ready to communicate. You need to be ready to understand. And you need to be ready to push forward as a family. Whether you're married, you have a partner, spouse, children, parents, they are as much a part of your life and your career as you are to them. And the reason I say that is because you never know how much of an impact your actions and your life has on them. When I came in this organization, I was married to my wife, who's still my wife, thank God. And we had 2 young kids, both under the age of 3. We moved into Van Horn, Texas, and I remember we lived at the Days Inn Hotel in Van Horn for 60 days. So I was very excited about my career, as you are today. I was anxious to get out there and do my job learn my job, and make a good living for my family. It was the most important thing for me, as it is for you. That was right here. Within my first month, I remember we went out to work and we ended up apprehending about 400 pounds of marijuana. It was the first time I'd ever seen that much narcotics hidden in the desert out there. I did not get home until 11 p.m. that evening, after having gone into work at 6 in the morning. Back then, we didn't have cell phones unless you had a bag phone or a sat phone. And I remember that my wife was stuck in the hotel with my 2 kids until the moment I got home. They walked across the street to the convenience store. But when I got home, my wife sees me, she gives me a hug, has no idea what's going on, where I've been, was I okay? Nothing. I give her a hug, I eat dinner, and I go to bed. Because I got to get up and do it again at 6 o'clock in the morning. I didn't have any discussions with my wife. I didn't talk to her about what had happened. I just said it was a long day. And I went to bed. And she didn't mention anything. She never said anything. Well, fast forward several years later, right? We finally have those talks. And I didn't realize at the time just how much it was a struggle for her to manage living in that hotel with 2 kids who are now in their late 20s and manage the life that she had to manage for me to work. It was something that I never took into consideration, and I am lucky that she has stuck by me through all these years and continued to support everything I do, to continue to support this organization. Because guess what? Your family will dedicate to this organization as much, if not more, than you. So I ask that when you get to the field that you're cognizant of that. Your support system needs communication. And you know what? That'll also help you. It'll help you to become more resilient because you'll talk through these problems. You'll work through things together. Because if there's no communication, folks, things go south. And if things aren't good at home, things will not be good at work. I don't care that you don't wear your emotions on your sleeve, but you will be thinking about what's going on at home, because that is the most important thing to each and every one of us. So that is my challenge to you. Look to improve your observation and your communication with family. It's important. It's very important. The next thing is also learn that you're going to see and hear things that the general public never sees or hears. Prepare yourselves for the emotions that you're going to feel when you see something that you never expected. In your line of work, you will. You will hear some of the saddest stories of the people in custody that you've ever heard before. The very first time that I had to apprehend a young lady and her children was about a year into the Border Patrol. We got onto a Greyhound bus and we were checking everybody's immigration status. And I remember I came up to this young lady with 2 young kids sitting on the bench there on the bus, and I asked her, "You a United States citizen?" She didn't answer me. She just looked at me. And I asked her in Spanish, "¿De dónde es ciudadana?" And she told me, "I'm from Mexico." And I asked her, "Are you in the United States illegally?" And she said yes. And up until that point, I'd only ever experienced apprehending adult males in the desert, right? It was like a game. It was the human hunt for me. You'd go out and you'd apprehend a group, you'd send them back into Mexico on a voluntary return, you see them a week later, you go do it again. It was fun. But this was not fun. This was not what I expected. I sat there and looked at her, and then I looked at her kids. And being a father of 2 children at the time, I never felt my heart sink as low as it did at that point. I had no idea how to reconcile those emotions and how to feel about the job that I was doing. You see, I come from a family of immigrants, and I know, like many here, what the value of immigration is for this country. There is a process, right? And our job is to make sure that that process remains legal. And you are now a part of that system. But I ask that you not forget compassion and humanity, because that defines you as a person. You know, after that situation, I thought long and hard for several months whether it was the job that I wanted to do. I didn't know how to deal with it. You know, I talked to my wife. She didn't understand. Talked to my coworkers, and they tell me you just need to get tough skin. And I talked to my parents, and, you know, my dad would tell me, you got to give it your best. You know, and I remember this. This is what helped me get through it. My grandmother, who was a lawfully admitted permanent resident, naturalized as a United States citizen right before I came in the Border Patrol. And I remember when she told me, you know, the day that she took her exam and she passed, she stood before me and she knew I was already in the process to become an agent. And she said to me, I am a United States citizen, in her best English. And never did those words resonate me as strong as anything else. You know, it was just pride. And I didn't take it for granted. And no one should, right? Because it is a tough thing to do. And I remember that my grandmother told me, when you get into your position, always treat people with dignity and respect. So if I'm not going to do this job, someone else is going to do it. Someone else will raise their right hand and do the job. And I decided, you know, like you will today, I took an oath of office to do my job to the best of my ability and under the color of law. And that's what I do. But I do it with compassion. And I do it with caring until someone gives me a reason not to. And that's where our training kicks in. When someone decides not to accept your kindness, then you turn the cheek and do the other side. So you will see these situations in the field. You will be a part of them. Don't feel bad, because guess what? It's only human. You'll see Border Patrol agents buying coloring books, Happy Meals for kids, bringing in toys, because that's what we do. It's life. It's human. So I challenge you to be prepared, because there will be a flood of emotions in your new positions. Don't walk away. Don't shy away. Remember that when we apply the pressure, we expect you to stand up to that pressure. That's why every moment since you've been here has been as tough as it has. Because if it was easy, anybody could do the job, right? Anybody could step in and do what you do. But it's not easy. So I challenge you to be prepared. And before I let you go, my last challenge is this. I challenge you to seek opportunities to improve your career status. This is step 1. Step 2 is somewhere else within the CBP and hopefully within the Border Patrol family. Look to improve your status. Do not become complacent and do not get comfortable. You have a lot to offer. And this is just step 1. This position will continue to grow and it will continue to function. But at the end of the day, you will serve your purpose in this position and move on. And I hope that you choose to move on within our organization and to continue your family with the United States Border Patrol. BPPC Class 4, you have done a tremendous job. And I'm proud of you. And as I told you yesterday, you and every other training class that comes through here inspires us to give you our best. Because we want to make sure that we put the best product in the field. Otherwise, this organization isn't going to hold any water. Congratulations, and God bless.
Thank you, Deputy, for those inspiring and encouraging words. We will now move on to the presentation of the awards. At this time, we would like to recognize the section leader of Class 4 with the Award for Leadership. Border Patrol Processing Coordinator, Kathleen Moore. Please come forward. The section leader position carries with it a tremendous amount of additional responsibility aside from the same training regimen as the rest of the class. The award for leadership commends the section leader for their leadership, demeanor, and professional attitude. Congratulations on earning the Leadership Award. We will now recognize the graduate who has earned the overall academic award Border Patrol Processing Coordinator, Humberto T. Flores. Please come forward. The overall academic award signifies that the graduate ranks number one amongst their peers in their training. Their performance makes them highly deserving of the honor bestowed by this award. Congratulations on earning the overall academic award. Thank you, Mr. Flores. Our final award is our Honor First Award, presented on behalf of the staff of the Border Patrol Processing Coordinator Academy. Border Patrol Processing Coordinator Cesar M. Rios, please come forward. This award is given to the individual who embodies the guiding principles of honor and who has demonstrated through their actions a level of integrity and commitment that exemplifies the values of Border Patrol. Congratulations on earning the Honor First Award. The graduating class will now be presented with their graduation certificate and credentials, signifying they have met the required qualifications needed to be a Border Patrol Processing Coordinator. I will now turn the podium over to Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Kenneth Guarino.
Cassandra D. Aguilar, McAllen Station. Yvette G. Castro, Brownfield Station. Gabriel Cruz, Yuma Station. Patricia N. De La Riva, Tucson Station. Humberto T. Flores, Laredo North Station. Leilani Gonzalez, El Centro Station. Samuel J. Guetta Jr., Laredo North Station. Myra I. Huck, Laredo North Station. Carlos R. Latine, McAllen Station. Amber A. Longoria, El Paso Station. Jessica A. Martel, Eagle Pass South Station. Kathleen Moore, Tucson Station. Dianira D. Moreno, Laredo North Station. Sergio A. Perez, El Paso Station. Laura S. Ramirez Trio, Tucson Station. Cesar M. Rios, Yuma Station. Albino E. Zuniga, McAllen Station.
Graduates, please stand, prepare for the oath of office.
It's what we've all been waiting for. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
I, Sandra Aguilar, Yvette Castro,
Diego Cruz.
Patricia de la Riva,
Ernesto Flores.
Imani Gonzalez,
Samuel Guerra Jr.,
Myra Huck,
Carlos Latin,
Amber Longoria, Jessica Martel, Kathleen Moore, Dayanira Moreno,
Sergio Perez,
Laura Ramirez.
Pepe Rio, Albino Zuniga,
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will take this obligation freely,
that I will take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, BPPC 4.
Coordinators, please be seated. In closing, I want to thank all the family, friends, and guests for joining in the celebration of this historic achievement.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. All uniform personnel, dismissed.
personnel, dismissed.